Here's a little bit of bonus content for you. Where did the music go? Why did the music has come back? Little bit of bonus content because it's on my mind and I want to talk about it. But it's not worth bringing up during the actual stream. Have you ever seen a green pylon? Like a traffic cone. Have you ever seen a green traffic cone? Because I have. It's weird. They're super weird. I don't like the green pylon. Gonus Bontent? Did you like try and switch like a clump traffic cone? True. Like if I remember, next time I see it, I'll take a picture of it. I probably won't post it publicly because it has a company on it. Orange grass? That's called water your lawn. I want a moss lawn. Moss lawn would be so nice. That's what I want. I want a moss lawn. Moss lawn. Ba, 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 da, ba. That's where my head goes. Moss lawn. Okay. We are nearing the start time. That's not what I meant to do. No! No! Stop! Everything's gone poorly. Everything's fine now. Trying to control too many things from my watch. It's not working. I just want to see how many seconds. Alright. Mind you, it's because they were colorblind and essentially only saw orange and blue. Oh, has seen orange grass. I thought you said had orange grass. Then that's no longer a safety cone. Anyway, it's 7 o'clock. Welcome to the GameCube logo. We're playing Wind Waker. We're playing Wind Waker. And I'm going to enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. There's a few twists and delightful turns that can be taken on the cubed of wind. And they fought bless. There's a single black... Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I gotta fix this. This is really bothering me, and I need to fix it. There. It's unnecessarily bothering me. Kloob! What? Why is this one from 2027? And why is this one named that? How far did you didn't get very far at all? Oh man, I don't know what brand this is, but this one's phenomenal. This is a Switch controller for... Who made you? I don't know. This one's great. I strongly recommend this one. It's my PC controller, it's my Switch controller. It's like my main controller for most consoles, except for, you know, stuff that doesn't work well with a cube controller. Anyway, I'm playing this on an actual cube. This is the controller I'm playing with. We're gonna erase Link. Yes. I'm gonna leave the second file because I don't know where it came from. And new game. Start. We are basic and are gonna be named Link. The game feels loud. No, the game's fine. Yeah, game audio's fine. I trust y'all will tell me, it's like, hey, that's loud, don't do that. And I'll be like, gotcha. This is but one of the legends of which the people speak. Long ago, there existed a kingdom where golden power lay hidden. Correct. It was a prosperous land blessed with green forests, tall mountains, and peace. I have this opening scene as a painting on my wall, and it's great. It's so nice. I love it. Wind Waker is not my favorite Zelda game, But this opening is really cool. Now I stopped reading it. Sorry. But then, when all hope had died, and the hour of doom seemed at hand, a young boy clothed in green appeared as if from nowhere. This feels loud. I'm gonna lower it to about... Oh wait, I'm supposed to be looking at that one. Okay, no, this is actually like pretty decently audio-wise. I'm looking at the wrong meter. It's loud for me, but you guys are good. Blessed with grief. I mean, yeah, I'm blessed with grief every day. Alright. Do we care about this? Do I just skip it? Can I skip this? I can't skip this, so we get to vibe with this. I'm still thinking about a new logo. I have no clue what I'm gonna do. But I just don't vibe with the logo anymore. So it's like, I gotta change that. I gotta figure out what to change it to. And like, I have a brand. It is the blue and green background you see here. Like, I can just like, pop. Nope, can't do that. Hold on. Bop. That's my brand. The blue and green. So if I make a new logo, I want it to incorporate those colors. I thought of a logo and I was like, I could do that, but then I was like, oh no, that clashes horribly with my pre-established brand and I don't want to do that. So I gotta think. And like I'm gonna try and get away from like the take this from this, take that from that. I just gotta look at logos. Like I'm looking at the recommended channels for me on Twitch right now. Let's see. We got Doug, who is a bell pepper with eyes. Love that. That's great, but I'm not gonna take that from him. Point Crow is a artist rendition of his face. Games Done Quick is their GDQ logo. It's a cool logo, but I couldn't read that from afar. I don't even know who that is. It's a VTuber. Smant, Small Ant. He exists and also just has an artist rendition of his head. And that looks like an mascot on the bottom one. So I don't have a mascot, but I do have a head. But I have a very generic looking head. Wix has a friggin' logo maker, doesn't it? Could take that for a spin and see if you find any inspo there. Maybe. See, I really don't want to do an artist rendition of my head because I have such a generic head. Actually, that's a fun story. I have scars on my face. If you ever see me, I don't think the webcam does a good job showing it, but I have a scar here, and I have a scar here. I have a scar buried in my hair. Oh! Kind of right there, you can see it. Maybe, I don't know. I knew I had another one on my head. I could never find it, and I found it this morning. I knew it was up here, but I couldn't see it, and I finally found it. And we're playing Wind Waker. Look at that lad. Oh. I don't like seagulls, though. My favorite spot to gaze at the sea. When I play with the gulls, I call it Arrow's Lookout. So do you remember what day it is today? You're still half asleep, aren't you? Did you forget? Big brother, it's your birthday! Wow! That's why Grandma's been waiting for you to come back to the house. She's been waiting for a while now. It's a good thing I came to find you. You should probably go home and see what Grandma wants, don't you think? Finish cap? What is a finish cap? What is a finish cap? Oh, do you mean Minish cap? Eslo the Screaming Hat, but as a seagull. That old man is gonna scream at me, speaking of. Go away, Snarky. Oh, God! Pro strat not many people know about. And I mean that, like, very... very loosely. A lot of people know about this. There's money under the house. Bing, bong, and a bonk, bonk. Minish Cap is actually the only Zelda game I don't own. But Mr. Mapple owns it, and I'm pretty sure we have a deal worked out where I'm gonna buy it from him, because he doesn't play Zelda games. And I do. Which will be nice. I'm looking forward to streaming that one. Alright, I have emerged from the home. Ugh. Goodness. You do not know games. That is fine. But will he remember? He will, because I'm going to make sure he does, because I want to own all the Zelda games again. It's the only one I'm missing. I have the case for it and everything. Lenny. I've been waiting for you, Link. Link. Try these on. Get changed in front of me. I haven't had action in many years. Time certainly flies. I can't believe you are already old enough to wear these clothes. You got the hero's clothes. They look like they might be a little warm for this weather. Don't look so disappointed, dear one. Just try them on. Today is a day to celebrate. It is the day that you become the same age as the young hero spoken of in all the legends. You only have to wear them for one day, so don't look so down. Be proud, child. In the olden days, this was the day boys were finally to be considered men. They were taught the ways of the sword to prepare for battle with their enemies. I know, he's so expressive in this. But we don't live in such an age any longer. Our ways are the ways of peace. Nowadays, I suppose Orca is the only one on the island who still knows anything about swordplay. Hanging the family shield on the wall as decoration is another tradition that has been carried down from those days. I watched you change. Does that all make sense to you? Isn't it nice, Link? They suit you perfectly. A perfect fit. Well, tonight I'm going to invite the whole town over for your birthday party, so we better start getting ready, shouldn't I? Your grandma is going to make you your favorite soup for tonight. I know you're just looking forward to it. Now go get your sister, Ariel. Alright. Now we're in the clothes. Wow, it's a Zelda game. Yeah. Okay, I really don't want the creepy old man to yell at me. Yay! I know he's going to later, but... meh. Oh, you know what? Let's do a little bit of side questing. No! Give me the pig. Give me the pig! I can't get the pig. No! I don't have bait. Yes! I've got the pig. Alright, now we take him up the hill. And there's this lady. We yeet the pig into the pen. We talk to the lady. Did you bring that little piglet all the way here just for me? Oh, thank you so much. I've been thinking of getting a pet pig for a while. Now the boys will be so happy when they get home, you sweetie. And they like hold out your hand. This is your reward. Don't spend it all in one place. It's $20. Why is little darling? Excuse a button. Yes, yeah, how even more. That's great. You know what I forgot to do? Switch. I'm that weird guy that likes his Zelda games to be in Switch mode. I mean, instead of holding... I guess it's just for combat. I have the pig! Another. Yes. Thank you so much for bringing us yet another family member. A little something for you. How much? Heck yeah, $20 per pig. If you find another little piggies, you know where to bring them. Why do you want so many? What are you gonna do with them? I don't want to know. No! Leave me alone! Creepy man. This game actually controls really well. I forgot how nice this game controls. Oh! Don't pay attention to the fact that I fell in the water while talking about how nice this game controls. Don't pay attention to the fact that it happened twice. Alright, let's get into why you are all here. Sword Art Online. I'm gonna run through the whole series. We were talking about this last night. So this isn't new grounds for the moment I've waited for. Yeah, this isn't new ground for Syrixian or Little Inch. But anybody else that tunes in, we're gonna go over Sword Art Online. This was possibly the first anime I watched. What was the first anime I watched? No, Attack on Titan was the first one I watched, and then I went into Sword Art Online, and then Full Metal Alchemist. And when I first watched it, I was like, this is good. This is good TV. And then I watched more TV, more anime. I watched Full Metal, I watched Death Note. Then I went back to Full Metal, or to Sword Art Online. When Season 2 came out, I was like, alright. And then I rewatched Season 1, I was like, oh. Happy birthday! And the telescope. Treasure it dearly. I do like it. Alright. How do I item? Ah, sweet. Yeah, so, Season 1 opens up, and you're showing this world. Also, I have 2 Discord notifications. I'm gonna read that real quick. Oh. Context. That is a sleek-looking controller. I don't want to look up in the sky. Oh, hi. Season 1. First 14 episodes are decent. You know, you're introduced to this character, Kirito, and he was a beta tester for Sword Art Online, this big video game for full dive VR technology, which is a cool concept. I'm waiting for that technology. I would love that technology. You would catch me in there so often. Bonk. So if you I don't want to say this because then it implies that I did, which yeah, I did. I read the books. I read a few of the books. Um, it's revealed that he only got to like actually I don't even want to remotely say that because I'll get the number wrong. And then I'm gonna get actually by some sort of online kids, and I do not want that to happen in the slightest. But he didn't make it very far in the game. So day one goes by. Kirito spends his day with the best character in the show. Don't at me. His name's Klein. He's great. Klein doesn't know anything about the game. Hi, I watched a girl fall in the woods. Okay, let's do this real quick. Very good. Your first lesson will be the horizontal slice. Face me and press B. Yeah, bap. Good. Keep coming at me until you hear me say very good. Combat tutorial. Vertical slice. Keep swinging. Excuse me. There. There you go. Next is the thrusts. L target, then B, and that may be sword. I could have swore I set this to switch. Oh. Very good. Keep thrusting. Spin attack will be... Bruh. Very good. More. Keep it up. Sorry I broke your pot. Next is hard as a parry attack. I'll go back to what I'm talking about after this, but this is just taking more concentration than I'd like to admit. Jump attack. Once more. That was a fine display. Okay. Sweet! My sister gave me a telescope and this old man gave me a weapon! Alright. Thank you, kind sir. Bye. Thanks for the weapon. So Kirito's teaching Klein how to battle a boar. And then Klein is like, oh, it's this time. I ordered a pizza. Gotta go. Which, like, valid. And so he goes to try and log out. And he's like, hey, weird question. How do I log out? Kirito's like, hey, you're an idiot. Like, huh. And conveniently at that time, as they figured it out, they get warped to the center plaza where Mr. Masked Red Man goes, or Hooded Red Man, sorry, goes, hey, guess what? You can't. Good luck. In order to escape, you gotta beat it. Also, if you die, I'll fry your head with a microwave. Bye! And everybody's like, hey, he's lying. And that, you know what blows my mind about this show? There are people that believe he's lying until the very end. Like, that you've been trapped in this world for 2 years. And you're just like, yeah, nah, he's lying. If we die in here, we don't die in real life. But it's been 2 years, dude. I'll touch more on them later. So Klein's like, hey, you actually know what you're doing. Do you want to join my guild with my real world friends and try and survive this place together. And you know what Kirita says? No. They never really explain why he said no. He just says no. Oh, I've never gotten him up there before. $1. Yeah. He just says no. So episode 2 opens up. Because that whole shindig takes a whole episode. Episode 2 opens up, and they're like, it's been a month. This many people have died. What was it? It was like 2,000 people died in the first month. Some was from inexperience. Others were like, the media didn't listen, and parents were like trying to pull the headset off of their children, and then just ended up frying their brains. I lost whatever that money was. And Kirito's still there. He's a complete and utter loner. And they finally found the first boss. It took them 2 months to find the first boss. And so they're all like planning the raid. And there's this guy. He looks cool. His name is... Diabel? Maybe it's Diabel? Anyway, unrelated. I like his design. I like this guy. Whoo! So there's a big plan. And the cool guy, Diabel, he's like, alright, group up in parties of 5, and we'll section it off like that. And everybody starts grouping up, and Kirito's like, oh god, I'm antisocial. A girl. And he goes over to the girl, and he's like, hey, do you want to party? And she's like, fine, whatever. And then she just leaves. And so I'm like trying to make sure I don't get anything mixed up with SAO Abridged, which does it so much better. Why do I have a spring? I don't remember why I have a spring. Goodbye. Yoink bird. That is, like, uncomfortably loud. Like, not loud, just peaky. Stupid kid, get a hold of yourself. She's gone, there's nothing you can do. Abridged is so good. Abridged is good. And trust me, Syrixian, when we finish Sword Art Online, I will show you Abridged, but I do not recommend watching it first because or maybe do watch it first. And that just makes the whole entirety of SAO proper so much worse. And that's what we want. SAO Abridged is not at Season 2 yet, but I'm actually excited to see what they do for Season 2. They're nearing the end of Season 1. So yeah, the girl with the hood just walks away, and then it cuts to night, and she's like sitting on a step eating depression bread, and then Kirito walks up, and he's like, "Hey, depression bread, nice. Here's a like a honey thing to put on top of it. It makes it taste better." And she's like, "I didn't come here to eat good food." And he's like, "Oh, but it's so good." And so she tries it, and it's like, she just eats it all up. Depression bread mood. So yeah, then they start talking, and she still hasn't taken off the hood, and then it cuts again to the boss fight, where nobody does their job. Actually, everybody does their job proper, and then it switches to phase 2 of the boss, because, you know, bosses have 2 phases. And the boss, like, whips out a sword, and Kirito's like, oh god, it was different in the beta, and we're basing this information off of what we have in the beta. Someone's gonna die. And then Diabel it's revealed that he was also in the beta, but he's not smart. He didn't realize, so he just runs in because he wants what's called the last attack bonus, which is where you get a special item for defeating the boss, which they only bring up once. They never again bring up the last attack bonus. The first boss is the only one where they bring it up. So, Diablo gets wrecked. He dies immediately. And then Kirito goes up to the girl and he's like, okay, if one of us counters and the other one attacks, we can probably beat it. Or maybe the girl walks up to him, who knows? I don't care. Yeah, I get it, a shield. God, the text is slow in this. Sorry, I burped. Let's go get a shield. So they managed to kill the boss, and everybody's like, "Hey, congratulations!" And the second best character, named Egiel, I think his name's Egiel. He's a very tall black man, and he runs the Crooked Little Shop, and it's great. But that's beside the point. He's like, that was awesome. Thank you so much. And then one of the main guys who's like causing problems in the plaza, he's like, you're a beta tester, aren't you? And Kirito was like, what? He's like, that's how you knew about the attack pattern. You let Diablo die. He just didn't pick up on the clues. And I get like something snapped, and Kirito's like, yeah, I knew. And I know a bunch of other stuff too, and I'm not going to tell you. We don't know why he did that. But he did. And so this guy with the Bowser haircut, for some reason, is like, you're not a beta tester, you're a cheater. You're a beta tester and a cheater. That's what you are, a beater. And Kirito's like, yeah, I like that. And since he got the last attack, he got the bonus, which is just this black trench coat. And he's like, that's edgy and I'm going to wear it. So he puts it on, and that's why he's always wearing a black cloak, because he unlocked the last attack bonus, and that's the only one he ever got. Anyway, I got a shield. Bye! And then it cuts... What's episode 3? What is episode 3? What is episode... I'm looking up a list because I can't remember episode 3. What is episode 3? No, just 1. More episodes. Yeah. Where's 3? Oh my god! 3 is the bad one! No, 3 is actually, like, one of the most heart-wrenching stories. Shrimplet? I've never read that dialogue, and I'm scared. Yes. So episode 3 opens up, and he's at a bar, and a bunch of strangers come around and be like, yay! Because apparently off-camera he saved their lives, and they're like, hey, you should join our guild. And for some reason, it is unexplained to this day as to why he did it, but he went, sure! Even though he's double their level. And even more inexplicably, he doesn't tell them that he's double their level. He just hides that fact. And so they're doing some quests, and they're like, hey, girl named Sachi, you gotta get better. And so, like, he's with this guild for a long while, and eventually, like, the guild leader sends him a message, was like, hey, Sachi's gone, go find Sachi. And so he activates yet another skill that never happens again, which is called detective mode or something, and he, like, sees her footsteps, and he follows her. That never again comes up. And he finds her under a bridge, and she's like, hey, I'm terrified to die. And Kirito the genius is like, you won't die. She died 5 minutes later. So did the entirety of the guild, except the leader and Kirito. Because the leader, see, he was out buying a house, and the rest of the guild was like, hey, let's go to this dungeon and get money. And they walked into a trapped room, and they all died, except for Kirito, because he was double their level and just killed everything and left. And he went to the guild leader, and he told him everything. He's like, hey, I'm really sorry. They're all dead. And also, I'm double your level and what they call a beater. And so the guild leader kills himself. You watch him just get up on a ledge, take the step, and nothing else. And then it cuts a little while later, and it's Christmas! Yay, Christmas. Also, I should mention, they were 14. Kirito and Sachi were 14, and they were sleeping together. Tonal jump? Yeah! It's Christmas! And it's revealed that there's a secret boss on Christmas, and if you beat the boss, it gives you an item that revives a player. Great! So Kirito's like, I'm gonna go get that item. And then it's discovered that you have to use it after he gets the item. It's discovered you have to use it 7 seconds after they die, or it does nothing. Sachi's been dead for like 7 weeks. And for some reason, his 14-year-old brain didn't realize that means they've already had a funeral. The body's not there. There's no coming back from that. So he discovers that it's only good for 7 seconds, and he gives it decline, and then it never comes up again. Never again. It's never used. Kirito watches several people die throughout the course of the first 14 episodes. They never use it. I don't even think it's used in the books. I think it just solely existed to give him a reason to go try and find it. So anyway, after he gives a decline, he goes back to his little hotel room, and he gets a message, and he's like, that's weird. And he opens it up, and it's from Sachi. And it's a voice memo, and Sachi's like, hey, if you're hearing this, I'm dead. Whoops, sorry. I'm scheduling this to go to you for Christmas. So Merry Christmas. I'm gonna sing you Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer now. And so she does. I missed the jump. What do you mean? When you're hanging on to that, I know. Go away. So yeah. The episode is called The Red-Nosed Reindeer. Bruh. And yeah. Then we go on to episode 4, where Kirito finds yet another small child. I forget how old this one's supposed to be, but younger, like concerningly younger. And so she's off in the woods getting beat up by gorillas, about to die. She had a pet dragon. The dragon died. And so when Kirito shows up magically and saves her, she's like, I'm sad my dragon died. And he's like, that's fair. Did you know you can revive your dragon? And she's like, oh my god, really? And he's like, yeah, it's up on like the 40th floor. And she's like, oh. Also, yeah, huge time skip. They're on like the 40th floor now. She's like, I'm gonna have to train. And he's like, oh, but here's the thing. It's gotta be 3 days after it died. Because of course it does. So he's like, here's a bunch of gear. It'll boost your level a bit, but not enough. So I'll come with you. And she's like, but why? And he's like, well, you remind me of my little sister. Sure. You see them together in like the next season. They look nothing alike. And I don't see the resemblance. They just wanted a reason for Kirito to be like, yeah, we'll go on this quest together. And through this quest, it's revealed that no, that's not his sister, that's his cousin, and why he knows. But that's not relevant until episode 15, so don't worry about it. And so they go on this quest, and all the while, this like I don't word choice. This conventionally attractive red-haired woman um appears periodically, and she's like, "Oh my God, how are you?" Um, and then once they get the item that revives pets, the red-haired woman shows up again. She's like, "Hey, that's mine, or I'm gonna kill you." And the girl's name is Silica, by the way, like the girl with the dragon. Her name's Silica. Silica's like, "What? You're not gonna kill me. You got a green goober." Because in Sword Art Online, every player has a goober above their head, like in The Sims. And if you're a good person, it's green. If you're a person, it's yellow. And if you are a murderer, it's red. If you attack somebody who is red, your goober stays the color it is. If you attack somebody who's green, you become orange. And I don't know how many people you have to kill to become red, because I don't know why they have orange. So Kirito like steps in front of Silica and he's like, "No, you're not gonna take that. In fact, you're the leader of the murder guild Titan Hand, aren't you?" She's like, "Yep. I stay green so I can find targets and people will trust me, and then I murder them with my guild." And then she like snaps her fingers and like 17 guys come out from behind the trees, and they were just standing behind the trees casually. Who cares? Um, to which Kirito's like, "Neat." And he just stands there. He lets them attack them. Like 17 guys attacking at full power. And Silica's like, "Oh my God, I gotta help him." And then she notices that his health is like going down a little bit and then immediately refilling because he has auto regeneration that never comes into play again. And it's revealed it's like, I'm like 50 levels above you guys. You can sit here and try and kill me all day, every day, and you'll get no closer. So surrender. And then they all surrender. And then the episode ends when the dragon gets revived. So that's a pleasant turn of events from suicide and death of a loved one to oops, the dragon lived. Episode 5 and 6 are just a whodunit murder mystery where the real culprit turns out to be there was no murder. Thank you for these noises, Link. Don't worry about it. Be a piece of cake. Never you fear, kid. We're pros. We're gonna launch you real good. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. 6 and 7 are meh. What is episode 7? Oh, episode 7 is kind of another filler where he goes to a blacksmith and he's like, "Hey, I want a sword as good as this one." And the blacksmith legit says gnarly. 100% serious. And so they go up to this dragon cave and gnarly. That is the one line SAO Abridged didn't change because they changed the line immediately after, where Kirito then just goes, did you seriously just say gnarly?" And then he spends the rest of the interaction making fun of her for that. Also, of course, the blacksmith is a girl because everyone that Kirito has ever interacted with has either died, been a girl, or been the two best characters in the show, Agio or Klein. So anyway, yeah, they fight a dragon. They get the ore to build a really good sword. He's the only one in the game that gets that sword. And then he doesn't use it for the next few episodes. It's just not a thing he uses. The next episode is where the show like really picks up the pace. Everybody has all of the equipment they're going to have for the rest of the main thing. And it's the one where I should have mentioned the girl that Kirito partnered with for the first dungeon was Asuna, his wife. His wife. They aren't married yet. Um, so this episode 8, opens with Kirito walking through the woods and he finds a rabbit and he's like, oh, I don't have a sword. Well, he's like, rabbit, and he kills it and he gets this item drop and it's called it's the best food item you can get in the game. Also, wow, every other Zelda game but this one I play on hold or on Switch, but this one I'm gonna play on hold. So yeah, he gets this rabbit. He's like, that's neat. Ah! Lads! Frightened! Oh, this barrel. This is the barrel I hide in. So Kirito goes to Eijio's place, and he's like, hey, do you want to buy this rabbit? And Eijio's like, no, man. That's like the best food in the game. I can't buy that from you. And Kirito's like, well, it's not really good to me. I don't have any stats in cooking. I can't do anything with this. And then guess who walks in the door? It's Asuna, his wife, and she's like, "Hey, I maxed out cooking." And of course, uh, so Kirito's like, "Great, bet, cook me the rabbit. I'll give you half." And so she's like, "Great, it's a date." And he's like, "What?" Because he's an oblivious small child. He doesn't know about the birds and the bees, except for the fact he's already slept with a woman in the show. And she died. And so that's fine. You're a cheater. So Asuna's bodyguard, because she's part of like the biggest guild in the game right now. So she gets a bodyguard, like she's second in command. And bruh, run. Yeah, she gets a bodyguard. He's like, hey, this guy's sketchy, and you shouldn't hang out with him. She's like, don't worry about it. I can hang out with this guy if I want. And he's just there like, no. Look at him. He's sketchy. And so she basically tells him, go away. Which is always what you should do to your bodyguard. Anyway, he doesn't go away. He instead stalks them and hangs out outside her house. Uncomfy scene number 1 of the show. So the episode kind of caps out with Kirito challenging this guy challenging Kirito to a duel and losing horribly. And then they decide to go. Kirito and Asuna decide to go scout out the latest dungeon and see if they can find the boss room. They don't have any intention of fighting the boss. They just want to find the boss room. But that's next episode. So next episode starts, and they're hanging out. They're in the dungeon. They're looking around. They're fighting together. And then they find the boss room, and they open the door because they're like, oh, we can leave. We can just hang out, see what it's like. We don't actually have to like commit. And they step in, and it's a giant goat demon whose design I actually really like. As a monster design, it's cool. I got a butterfly. So yeah, the butterfly happens. Not the butterfly. They go to the dungeon. And, they enter the boss room, big goat demon, they run away, episode end. Next episode opens, they're sitting, like, halfway through the dungeon, and like, wow, That was scary. Guess what? I packed lunch. So they stop and eat lunch. And then Klein shows up. And he's like, hey, guys, why are you with a girl? To which he legit, the response to why are you with a girl is to punch him in the dick. I wish I was joking, but Kirito's response to why are you with a girl was he punches Klein in the crotch. What next? So then an entirely different group of people show up, and they're like, hey, what's up ahead? And Kirito and Austin just go like, hey, yeah, we cleared the area. It's just the boss room up ahead. We're gonna need a really big squad. And he goes, great. Bye. And he goes to the boss room. And they're like, he can't seriously be going to the boss room. And they're like, ah, well, I guess we'll just follow him and make sure he's okay. So they do. They follow him. About halfway there, they hear horrible screams. They run up ahead, and they see that the goat demon is killing all of them. And so Kirito's like, yeah, whatever. We'll get them out. We'll run up. We'll get them out. Everything will be fine. Everything was not fine. The commander died, and they're like, we can't let the rest of these guys die. So Kirito fights the goat demon single-handedly. And he's kind of losing. He's like, he's not gonna make it. So he's like, alright, Klein, Asuna, like, take over for me for a second. I gotta mess in the menus. And so he does. And then he's like, okay, I'm good. And then he finally equips the sword he had custom made by the blacksmith. Go away. I'm not ready for you. But in his left hand, he can dual wield, and that's his big unique skill of the game. Because every so often, like, you'll see a unique skill pop up where only one guy has it. Because that's how MMOs work. Actually, yeah, no, I changed my mind. I really hate that. And he solos the boss. He just solos the boss. And does not get a last attack bonus, and I'm mad about it. But yeah, then it's the whole talk of the town is like, this guy soloed a boss. And fun little quirk, every 25th boss is even harder than a normal boss. So like, floor 25 was really hard. Floor 50 was really hard. Floor 75 is really hard. Guess what floor they're on? That's right, 75. So he soloed a very difficult boss by himself. So they're just like, yeah, that's the people's man. He's the people's boy. Which, like, sure. So then Austin, his guild leader, is like, hey, yoink? To which Kirito says, no, I don't do guilds. And then the guild commander is like, his name's Heathcliff, by the way. He's an important, oh god, where am I going? He's an important character. Heathcliff is. He basically says, too bad you don't get a, you don't get a, come on, man. Oh god, I'm back here. No! Oh! Here? Here? I don't actually know where I'm going. I feel like that was a huge punishment for a very simple mistake. Oh wait, a ladder! Da-da-da-da-da-da. I know Klein, Heathcliff, Bob. What? I don't actually know if there's a Bob in the show. Stop. God. God! So Heathcliff's like, no, I insist. You need to join. What can I do? And he's like, alright. Fight me one-on-one. If I win, I'll join the guild. Would it help that the main attraction in Season 2 is called the Bullet of Bullets, which they abbreviate to Bob? We'll get there. Oh wow, I'm done the thing. So yeah. Give me health. Oh. That's $1. Give me health. That's $1. Oh, hello. Me likey. Want me see these? I hate so much. I feel like I just want to get put in jail once. Put me in jail, coward. Kirito loses the duel, and he's like sitting there on the ground after losing. He's like, no, no, no. He moved inhumanly fast. It's like, bro, you're in a video game. Get over it. But he doesn't. He's still thinking about it. I thought there was an item here, which is why I got arrested, but there's no chest here. Give me the dollar. Holla holla. So whatever, Kirito joins the outfit, or the guild, and they're like, hey, guild training. He's like, what? Fine. Guess who he's going on guild training with? That's right, Asana's old bodyguard, who he beat up and humiliated. Guess what? He's a murderer. So then there's the fun of like, oops, all murder. Oh, yo, I'm up here now. That's awesome. This is where I wanted to be. So it turns out Asuna was stalking them, and she fights the murderer, but she can't bring herself to kill the murderer, and then Kirito gets up after the poison wears off, and he kills the murderer by punching him in the chest. And then they just kind of pretend like it never happened. They actually go home after he literally murdered a man. They go to Asuna's house, and they bone. That's what they do. Their response to murder as 16-year-old children is to have sex. Why am I going in a circle? It's fine. What? So anyway. Yeah, after that. What happens after that? Let me scroll up. I didn't even been over that. Did that. Oh, yeah. After like, you know, potential murder happens, Heathcliff is like, you know what? Have a vacation. There's a beautiful house for sale on the 22nd floor. Go buy it. He's like, you know what? In fact, I bought it for you. I think he bought it for us, for them. I don't know why I said us. So yeah, they get this beautiful house. They go. Are they married? Yes, they're married. They got married after they boned once. And so they're just walking around. It's just a fun little house episode. Fun little house episode. Oops, there's a child in the woods. And they're like, why is there a child in the woods? They bring the child home. And they're like, "What? Who are you, child?" And he's like, I think my name's Yui. They're like, all right. So they go to the orphanage on floor 1 because, you know, a lot of kids played that game and they're like, we can't send the kids on the front line, so they just had an orphanage on the first floor. So the person that runs the in-game orphanage is like, nope, never saw that child. So like, we have a child. What do we do with this child? And then somebody runs in and is like, hey, there's a secret, really difficult dungeon underneath the first floor where everything's supposed to be easy. And so Kirito and Asuna, being completely reasonable people, bring the child. They're going down there because somebody's trapped down there. Like he doesn't have any of the teleport crystals. And so they're like, we got to go save this guy. And so they do. And Death himself appears from a corridor, which honestly houses my favorite line in SA Abridged, because like this whole arc takes place when like Kirito and Asuna are trying to like break each other first. Like they didn't want to actually get married, but they did anyway. So like everything they're doing is everything they're doing is an attempt to break each other. So she, like, Asuna, when the Grim Reaper appears, Asuna's like, "Don't worry, Kirito, the power of our love will vanquish him." And then they immediately get hit so hard they both hit the ceiling, and Kirito lands on the ground. He's like, "The power of love is bullshit. Guns and violence, that's where it's at." Which I really like as a line. Um, but that's not in the actual show. That's in a bridge. And so Yui just kind of walks up to the Grim Reaper, and she's like, "Hey, no." And obviously, the Grim Reaper is like, "Child, be gone." And he tries to attack the child. And the child gets this hexagon in front of them, this immortal object. And like, hmm. Now, the only other time you've seen immortal object is when Kirito hits a wall and it says immortal object because you can't damage the wall. And so that makes them realize, like, that's not a person. And then it's revealed that no, Yui's a piece of code. Yui was the mental help software that got disabled and somehow escaped. Yui is supposed to be a therapist. But since she did an illegal and deleted the Grim Reaper, now the system's gonna delete her. What a time for an ad. Good. I hope this is riveting. I hope you are all enjoying me just going over Sword Art Online. It's really into this story. I'm sorry. Let me know when you're back, and I'll keep going. I'm gonna wait for the AO health checkpoint, and then I'll keep going. God, I should have got a drink. I didn't get a drink. All right, we're back. Cool. No, don't. So, Kirito, being a 16-year-old professional hacker, hacks into the game because they're near an admin console, which is how Yui deleted the Grim Reaper to begin with. He hacks it and he's like, yeah, give me all that code. And he just saves it to his headset. He just saves the item to his headset. And in the meanwhile, he turns it into a necklace for Asuna to wear. Their proclaimed adopted daughter, the AI therapist. But she just hangs out on Asuna's neck for the rest of the time. Anyway, next episode they go fishing. Some old creepy man comes up to Kirito while he's trying to fish, because like he's trying to find a hobby while they're on vacation. And he's like, you catch anything? And then Kirito's like, no. And he's like, well, that's because you're fishing in the hardest lake to fish in. Kirito's like, son of a... He's like, there's a big fish in there. I've been trying to catch him for weeks now, but I can't. I'm not strong enough. Kirito's like, oh, I'm pretty strong. So they're like, yeah, let's team up. Let's fight this fish. The fish has legs. They finally catch the fish. Kirito pulls it out of the water, and it's just a big fish with legs, and it's a boss. Asuna one-shots it. And then people are like, oh, wait, you guys are celebrities. Why are you here? They don't answer. Instead, they get called back to the front lines because they found the boss of the 76th floor. Wait. No. I'm sorry. Kirito soloed the 74th floor boss. 75 is where they're at now. They found the boss of the 75th floor. And they're like, we need you. This is a multiple of 25. Like, this is gonna be a really hard boss. We need you. So they come back. They end up killing the boss. I don't know how many people died, but nobody important died, so it's fine. And everybody's like on their ass, exhausted. And Heathcliff's health is still in the green zone. And Kirito's like, no. No. So he picks up a sword and just straight up tries to murder Heathcliff. Oops, immortal object. He can't. And then it's revealed that Heathcliff is actually the creator of the game who just got bored and decided he was going to do it himself. Sorry for ruining the twist of Sword Art Online. So he's like, he looks at Kirito and is like, alright, we need to do this one of two ways. Like, I can leave and, like, it's like, surprise, I'm the boss of the 100th floor, so, like, I can either leave and you can just meet up with me in 25 floors when you're stronger. Or we can fight now. If you kill me, that's it. I'm the final boss. If you kill me now, that's it. You win. So Kirito's like, yeah, whatever, I'll kill you now. So Heathcliff just straight up paralyzes everyone in the room. Legit just paralyzes everything. You can't move, except for him and Kirito. And they have this epic duel. The one thing they got wrong is they didn't put the main theme of the show over the fight, which is like anime 101. When you have your protagonist fighting your antagonist, you put the theme song over the fight. They didn't do that. That's another error that SAO Abridged corrects. Kirito's sword breaks, and he loses. But right when Heathcliff is about to stab him, the paralyzed Asuna just kind of flings her body in front of Kirito and takes the blow for him, and then immediately dies. Who's screaming? Arrow's screaming. And so Kirito's like, as my wife. He picks up his Asuna's sword and like tries to attack Heathcliff, but he's just going like legit, I'm not exaggerating, that's how he's attacking. And so Heathcliff just kind of stabs him right through the chest. Kirito just stands there and he's like, okay, I guess I'm dead now. And his health reaches 0 and his body starts to fade out. And then he goes, no. And he takes the sword, and he stabs it through Heathcliff's chest, and they both die at the same time, and then they just spawn, staring down at Aincrad, which is the world it takes place in. And they're like, are we dead? And then, like, Kirito turns around, and Asuna's there, and they have this touching moment together, and then the creator of the game is just standing there, too, and they're like, why'd you do this? And I kid you not, he says, I don't remember, and then leaves. He specifically does not tell them if they're alive or if they're dead. He just says, I don't know why I did this, and then leaves. So then they watch the world crumble and fall apart, and then they fade out. And then Kirito wakes up in the hospital. And he's like, neat! I'm gonna go find Asuna. So he tries to leave his hospital room, and then the credits roll over while he's walking away. And then episode 15 starts. And it just shows Kirito living at home. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go visit Asuna now, bye. And he leaves, and he goes to the hospital where she's still in a coma. She didn't wake up, but she's still alive. And then he gets an email later that night from Egiel. And he's like, yo, look at this image. And he sent him an image of a girl in a birdcage that looks just like Asuna. And Kirito's like, oh my god, I gotta go there. So he like goes to Egiel's bar and he's like, what is that image? And he's like, it's from a new game, Alfheim Online. Get to be fairies, you get to fly around. People are like, it's a pretty weird game, but then they found out it's got a really interesting race mechanic, and the first group of people that get to the top of the world tree in the center, because it's based off of like Norse mythology of like the world tree, Asgard, Alfheim, Jotunheim. It's pretty cool concept. And she's like, yeah, a couple of players like stacked on each other's back and flew to get around the flight time limit, and they managed to take that picture before they fell. So A, that got patched. B, this is all we got. That looks like your wife. And he just gives him the game. And he's like, it's compatible with your headset that you already have. You don't even need to buy the next one. Because obviously when they found out that these headsets were capable of murder, they took them off the market. But somebody else made another one. And so the rest of the series is just like, hey, we're in this new world. But he goes through his... Because, like, it glitched when he went in. Because Alfheim is built off of SAO's mainframe. So it glitched and it kept his level, but none of his items. And he's like scrolling through his item list and he sees this one that's like different from the rest and he clicks it and it's his adopted daughter, the therapist robot. So then she turns into a small little fairy and hangs out in his pocket for most of the show. And then the first person he meets up with is named Lifa, and she just kind of is like, Alright, she was getting attacked, and then he single-handedly, like, one hit kills the people that are attacking her without asking questions. He just shows up and he's like, I'm gonna kill you with his starter gear. And so Leafa, like, tags along. And so the whole show is them, like, trying to get to the World Tree. There's, like, theories that they're not going to be able to do it, but he doesn't care. He just wants to do it. And so as the audience, we know that Leafa is his cousin Sugu, or Suga, whatever, however they pronounce it. But they don't know it until, like, much later in the show where, like, they get to the World Tree. I'm going to skip over all of Alpine because it's just really not exciting. Give me a camera, sir. I've been shooed away. Right, I remember what I have to do. So yeah. Where am I going? Going over here. Going in here. I'm trying desperately to remember details about Sword Art Online and also Wind Waker. Tingle! Why'd he back up so far? I see the same green clothes and the same green hat. By the look of you, I'd say, sir, could you by chance be a fairy? Goodness, did you feel my telepathy? That's why you've saved me, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Do not worry, Tingle knows without you telling him. Sir, yes, sir. Tingle is my name. I've been looking for you and your kind, for I too long to be one of the fairy folk, and yet I was mistaken for some kind of troublemaker and put into this dreadful sort of place. How disrespectful! Please, Mr. Fairy, rescue poor Tingle from this place and take him where you and your kind live in splendor. Alright. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff that happens. Whole bunch of shenanigans. They get to the World Tree, Kirito dies, Leaf just revives him outside, and he's like, no, I gotta keep trying for Asuna. And she's like, wait, Asuna? Oh god, that's my brother's girlfriend's name. And he's like, wife, actually. It's not. It's not what happened. And then they like have this moment of like, Spider-Man point meme. So they both like log out, try and have a talk, over like between the door, and she's like, no, no, no. There's a whole bunch of reasons as to why she's saying no, mainly incest, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So like, you know what, the only way to settle this is to have a duel, and right when like they're both about to take the fatal swing, both of them drop their swords at the same time to try and let the other have the kill. And then they just kind of have this moment of like, but yeah. Most importantly, throughout all the stuff that I'm skipping, Asuna's in a birdcage being, you know, constantly fiddled by some strange man. Also, the strange man is business partners with Asuna's real-world dad. He stole her because this whole plot is like he's trying to perfect mind control. And so, like, for insurance purposes, Asuna's dad is going to marry Asuna off to this dude whose name I can't even be bothered to remember. His like character name is Oberon, the Fairy King. Who cares? Who genuinely cares what his name is? So yeah, he exists. And what does he do? Oh yeah, he's the administrator. He brings he's like, you know, not being pleasant, to put it lightly. It's very uncomfortable scenes. There's also tentacle monsters that roam the hall. They had fun for a minute. That's all I'll say about that. But yeah, that's beside the point. That's stuff that I don't really want to talk about. It's not like overly bad to watch. It's bad to watch, but it's not like overly bad to watch. It's still a young teenager show. Just made in Japan. There are skulls in here, Tingle. Who did you kill? Tentacle monsters is in an anime like this is an addition that frightened me. Oh, I see. I misread. Gotcha. Yeah, yeah, it's frightening. They're only in it for like one episode, but they still exist. Okay. So yeah, eventually, like, throughout all the shenanigans, they get to the World Tree. And then, like, 2 armies show up because they were nice to the armies. And they're like, we're gonna help attack the World Tree. And then Kirito manages to get through. Asuna had conveniently, like, dropped a key card down through her birdcage because she thought she heard Yui. Because Yui's a little AI and can do whatever she wants. And Kirito caught the keycard, so now he's access to the big top of the tree. He finds Asuna. They have this very brief moment of like, oh my god, I can't believe you're okay. Followed immediately by Oberon coming in and be like, and he just like completely wrecks Kirito. Yes. Thank you. I'm going up here now. Whoa. And then Kirito's just kind of laying there, depressed. And then the ghost of Heathcliff shows up and he's like, hey. Nah. So Kirito logs into Heathcliff's account and just like, now it's admin against admin. Fair fight. Oops, Kirito has 2 years of experience fighting in this world. Who dare? Who dare? Words. I have lost my... Oh, yeah. Anyway, Kirito kills him in the game. Frees Asuna. And then he's like immediately bike riding to the hospital. Oops, Oberon showed up in the real world with a knife. What did he say? I've all been taken by none than myself. They are my pride and joy. You see, in my younger days, I was tired to have a look at them, young sir. Okay, so I'm just supposed to look at them. How do I get the colorful picto? Oh, it's in there. Okay. Yeah. So, they fight in the parking lot of a hospital, which, you know, is the best place to fight. Kirito ends up winning. He did get stabbed, but instead of doing the logical thing and checking himself into the hospital, he just goes in as a visitor and visits Asuna. And she's like, oh, you got stabbed. Neat. And that's the end of Season 1. Season 2 opens a year later, and there's, like, murders happening in a different game called Gun Gale, because some guy shot a TV screen, and then the character that was on the TV screen died of a heart attack, like, 2 seconds later. And everybody's like, oh, that's really weird. So they're like, hey, you solved the last VR space mystery. Do you want to solve this one? He's like, you're asking me to go get murdered? No. And he's like, we'll pay you a lot. And he's like, okay. I would love that. That would be such a better show. Anyway, I can't actually do anything here until I get the Wind's Requiem. You know what? Let's buy the sail that I need, and then we'll play Sploosh Kaboom. Hello. Bah, 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 bah. Okay. So season 2, yeah, murder's happening in this gun game. So Kirito signs up for Bob. But his account glitches and makes him look like a female. And so then the whole show is just trying to figure out who the murderer is. He goes by Death Gun. Um, bro? Aw, shucks. Where was it? Anyway, yeah. Turns out Death Gun is a member of the murder guild from Sword Art Online that existed, that was never really talked about except for on 2 episodes, and it had no effect. What the hell? Oh, long boy. Kirito finally figures it out that he's part of. There's actually one part that I really like, where like when Kirito like approaches him and is like, "You're part of Laughing Coffin," and Death Gun's like, "Great, good job. What's my name?" Knowing what guild I was part of means nothing. You gotta know my name. So like the whole rest of the show is like Kirito panicking because he's having PTSD to the people he killed, and also trying to figure out what this guy's name is. And he like Deathgun literally taunts him. He's like, "I walked past you and was gonna tell you my name. I distinctly remember when I got arrested, I was gonna tell you my name, and you told me word for word, I don't care. I don't want to hear it." So that was kind of fun, just having that thrown back at him. Then he figures it out because the guy's an idiot and has like the same calling card on both, and he's like, "Oh, I like heard of this guy. This guy has red eyes. That guy had red eyes. This must be Red Eye Zaza or whatever his name was." I think his name actually was Red Eye Zaza, which is really funny. Let's go. I failed. Oh, yo. So yeah, that ends. That takes up the first half of season 2. They find out that Death Gun was actually a pair of brothers, one who got trapped in SAO and one who didn't. Oops, turns out the one who didn't is best friends with the new girlfriend of the season, who isn't actually like not romantically related, but like they're phasing it. It's like, yeah, ship these two. Ship these two is what you're supposed to do. No. Who actually, Sinon, the new girl, has a really cool character arc, and I like her, but then she just becomes ship fodder. That's all she's used for after that. Bro, I hate this. Oh. Cursed for sploosh. So yeah, there was that clip I showed you where like Kirito breaks into her apartment and stops her from getting murdered or raped or whatever. Not a pleasant scene. Let's go. Bro. Feeling right here. Feeling right here. Feeling right here. Let's go! We beat the high score! Yeah. There's a 3-episode period where it's just like genuinely, this is a role-playing game. They're on a quest. Good times. And it's like, yeah, that is good times. Thank you for this blessed gift. Oh, sweet. Okay, bye. Words. Yeah, they got a new sword for Kirito. Because they're back in Alfheim now. They're hanging out. They're having a good time. Do I have mail? No. This is what I don't like about this game. You have to equip the sail. What kind of Bologna is that? Oh, don't I need to, like, play with the kids? Play hide and seek with it? No! Go away, old man! Ah. Yeah, if I go in here... This lady... We need to talk. Ivan? Yes, ma'am. And then it switches to the next half of the season, which is all about Asuna. She actually gets some character development, and it's kind of nice. And then, so it's all about, like, Asuna joined this guild, because if you kill a boss in New Aincrad, because, you know, Kirito's big thing at the end of Season 1 was he just brought Aincrad back, and he's like, yeah, we never actually got to beat it. I wanna beat it. It's like, you were held hostage for 2 years. My guy, that is definition of Stockholm Syndrome. But he doesn't care. Because he knows that everybody that watches this show will be right there with him getting Stockholm Syndrome. $5 has fallen. What? There was supposed to be a child. I found the child. Oh, yeah. You're awesome. Is there another child over here? Go away. There's no child. Oh, I remember where all the children are. So yeah. In New Aincrad, if you beat a boss, instead of getting put on the wall of dead names, because that was a thing that they had in first Aincrad, was just a wall of the names of people who died. Your name got put on the wall if you beat a boss. And this guild filled with terminally ill children. They're like, hey, we want our name on a wall. Help us get our name on a wall. And so the whole show is about them trying to get their name on a wall. And then when they do, they immediately die. And then season 3 happens, which is just completely different and exponentially better than everything that has come before it. And it makes the fact that you've suffered through this much of the show almost worth it. But of course, they had to ruin it with the finale, which just is like, hey, I hope you watched everything recently, know what everyone's name is, and also the movies. Like, if you didn't watch the movies, guess what? You're not gonna know who this. You don't know any of that. So we better have watched it all. So, in order to get to the actual kind of good show, you need to have watched everything. Or have somebody poorly recap it who also doesn't know the names of half the people. Hatsune Miku is almost in it. There's an Hatsune Miku-esque character of I am not a real person. I am just here to market music to the characters of this world. Go! Oh, okay. Yeah. And yeah, that's basically all that happens in Sword Art Online. Season 3 is really good, so I won't go too much into it. It's good. It's a good show. You're welcome. That took an hour and a half. But, like, there are complaints. That was just the overview of what happened. Again, I need to reiterate, why did the last attack bonus only happen for one boss? Why did he never use the revive crystal? Asuna literally died. They had so much time, they could have used it. But no, they're just like, oops. Yeah, that was step 1. Now I complain about it. Sachi's death. A real person died. And Kirito had a stronger response to the death of AI. Why did he know how to perfectly redirect the deletion process to his headset? Like, there's just so many things that the show just kind of is like, you don't need to know that. It's like, but I would like to know that, show. I think the biggest crime is that Klein isn't a more active character. We stan a Klein. They completely forget about Aegil for over half of the show. He exists sometimes. But then there's SAO Bridge, which I will say nothing about because I genuinely just want most of that to be a pleasant experience of, oh look, they've turned this broken, bashed show into something that's enjoyable. Is this a Moblin submarine? No. Ahoy! I didn't get money for this. Or I didn't get an item for this. But yeah. So that's the gist of Sword Art Online. I'm actually kind of I'm embarrassed of how much I'm excited to rewatch it. It's just one of those shows where you just gotta experience it. Sword Art Online 2 is a mess. There's a spin-off show that the original writer has nothing to do with, that's set in the gun game, Gun Gale Online, where, it's about a tall girl who plays a really short avatar because she's embarrassed by her height. And that's kind of fun, but I haven't seen it yet. Nor do I really intend to. That was for $20. You know what I want to know? Can I manual super swim? Oh, beetle! Beetle, beetle! Beetle! Beetle, 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 beetle. Bum, 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 bum. I would like to buy a bait bag. I will buy a hoy pair. Why did Sachi say she was gonna sing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and then just hum it? I think my favorite thing is there's a point, like when I first watched it, I watched it in English. I can't. I just watched it in English. Bryce Papenbrook is a treat in that show. He's very bad. Alright, I'm done. But it's always funny to me when like Kirito's talking about how he's trying to study for this test of his. And he's like, it's really hard because it's all in English and I don't speak English. I'm gonna go on a limb and say no, I cannot super swim. Let's try and do a speedrunning trick where you can basically just fly across the ocean. Oh boy. This is the part where I just check my Discord and zone out. You basically missed all of it. More or less done. We went over the plot. Don't worry, you'll get to watch it. We're watching it. It's the thing that's happening. Banger time! Ah. we get to conduct. Hmm. When I first played Wind Waker, I thought you had to flick the stick perfectly on beat. I was like, oh god, this is so brutal. And then I realized you could just hold it. So, I felt foolish. I only, like, sat there for a few minutes waiting to figure it out. So I don't feel that bad. But I still sat there. Good. I'm glad I am not the only one. Is it an equipable? Oh, it's an equipable. See, this is why I'm not a big fan of this game. Ocarina of Time, if you could mash the buttons fast enough, good job, you get to play the game at any speed you want. This one, you are set to the certain time. Zephos, I am the god of winds. I like you, kid. Whoa! Beyond, you forgot about the frogs. How dare. I like that he just goes away laughing like a maniac. Honestly, a vibe. Crap, 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 crap. Alright. Let us begin. $10. Ah, of course. Additional bombage there. Oh no! I saved the $10. Fret not, dollars, for I shall always make time for you. Oh, shucks. Ah! $10. Now that I'm like out of Sword Art Online to talk about, I don't actually have much to say. I'm just excited to rewatch it. I feel like we have to watch it in English to get the full terrible experience. Sideways bomb. Alright. So I guess now I'll just talk about the game. You know, we're doing things. We're existing. In a timely manner. Why can't I crouch stab? It's weird. Bird! I recognize this bird. I'll say, you've traveled far for one with no wings. And your sister, is she... She's in the ground. Is that so? Don't worry too much. I'm sure she'll hang in there. I have an idea, Link. Would you like to meet our chieftain? I thought he said our children, and I got concerned. He'll be waiting. Just walk me in. That's so rude. Alright. What a week it's been, and it's Tuesday. It felt like Friday today. But Friday's a holiday, so yeet. Hello, I am child. You guys are so friendly. Ah. God, the text is so slow. If this continues, the fledglings who are of age will never be able to see the scales from a zoo on Dragon Roost. They will remain wingless, and in time, our very way of life will be threatened. As chieftain of the Rito, my first responsibility is to solve this problem. My apologies, but I'm asked to ask you to wait for our assistance until this is done. Will you do so? Chieftain, what do you think of consulting Link with regards to your son? As you can see, Link is a gallant young lad. I feel certain that Prince Kamali would open his heart to him and speak freely of his fears and worries. Who cares? That may be. Let me be direct. My son Kamali is of the age to earn his wings, yet he's weak, and in some ways, in light of current situation, he may just give up on ever getting them. What say you? Will you share some of your courage with my son? Will you meet with my son? I thank you. Why did you have to word it like that? We should do our best to solve our problem as quickly as possible so that we need better help with yours. I have something I wish for you to give you. My son, a young girl named Medley, is holding it for me. Would you mind finding her and talking to her? I'm counting on you. No. Take this with you. Who knows? It might come in handy. Another bag! No. In fact, I'm going to do the exact opposite of what you just told me to do. And I'm going to play the mail game. Trees. Nail time indeed. $18! Alright, what's the, Alright. No! Oh, yes! I think that was it. That's 20 letters. Split. So, 1 rupee per letter, so you pay 20 rupees. Come back, hang that. Oh, I had to get over 20. Let's do it again. Oh, no. Now I have to do 25 letters. Shucks. This ain't it, Chief. Well, 21's not terrible. Yes. This is hard to do with a joystick. $22. Shucks. This is hard. Nope. Dude, I'm getting one more each time. This is actually annoying. I literally can't hold any more money. $23. No, it's because I think you got a heart piece for getting 25. God, this ain't it. Oh, well, that sucks. Shucks. No, 20's not bad. I wonder. This seems ineffective. What's the most common card, I wonder? Seems like yellow. Like, probably just random. It does seem inefficient, but I managed to get 9. Yeah, this is very inefficient. But I got 10! Can't move with the joystick. Son of... God, I have to wait 30 seconds each time I fail. I think I'm going to try this later. Actually, let me just use this time. Wind Waker... Sploosh... Kaboom... Rewards... I've been duped. Yeah, not luck, I know. Oh, I see. Wind Waker. Squid Hunt. Prizes. Okay, so I've finished Sploosh Kaboom. Wind Waker letter sorting. No sorting. Prizes. Rupees? It's just rupees? Nope. There is actually a point to doing it. But later. Not right now. Later. This isn't where I want to be. Alright. Yeah, we'll do all that later. Oh, there she is. Child! You're Link, aren't you? I haven't said... God. It's only been 2 hours? It feels like it's been longer than 2 hours. Alright. Let's go give the brat his mail. Ad will be flying in soon, then. Oh, let's just get it over with now. Is it, what is it, commercial? Commercial. I'll give you a 10. Initiating a 10-second ad. Yay! Alright. Now that we've gotten the ad over with. He's got the orb. Let's just beat him up and take it. Here's your letter, dingus. You're nosy, aren't you? Bragging doesn't cost a thing. Alright, you brat. Bye. Little brat. We have met him. Oh! I bonk. Come on, you can go forward. Wow, 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 wow. Go. Through the door. We're gonna do one dungeon and then I'm gonna go to bed. Yo. Poggers. Poggers timing. I'm in the wrong area. Heck. I don't. He's Brat Boy. I think I came in through that door, so I'm gonna go at this door. This was the wrong door. Go! Oh my god. That's valid. You're allowed to just enjoy something. Medley. Oh my god, can I legit? Got an RBC one, nice. Can I increase the text speed? Yes. I can't change the text speed. Shucking a bird. No. My coach tells you they're great for carrying water. You should carry some water. It's alright. So carry some water. Damn, kids throwing bottles at people. True! That's a weapon. Splishy. Bomb. Why are you throwing bottles? Don't do that. What was I about to do? I was about to look something up. No, I wasn't. I was about to leave. It's time to leave. I don't want to do the dungeon yet. I don't actually know if Prungus McJungus will let me leave. It wasn't at a person? What did you throw a bottle at? What did you throw a bottle at? Why did you throw a glass bottle? I can't get on the boat. Well, dangerous fiend. The bullet won't let me go anywhere. I'm getting hungry and I don't know why. Maybe I should get a snacky. Maybe we should get a pre-dungeon snack. Everybody good for a snack run before we enter the dungeon? Like, enter the dungeon and go get a snack? I think I'm gonna go get a snack when I enter the dungeon. Not a major snack, just a nibble. Just a nibble snack. You deserved it. Ah! Oh! Huh! Oh! Huh! Let's go. My mother just texted me about snacks. This is wonderful. Why am I back here? Give. Oh. Yeah, I've definitely done that before. I remember I threw a bottle and it shattered on the sidewalk. And then legit for the next month, a kid that watched me do it, anytime he saw somebody walk past, he would yell, "Be careful, there's glass there!" It's like, dude, shut up. Alright, welcome to the dungeon. Welcome to snack time. I don't have a snack time theme, but I do have Okay, well, I'm back. I got some snacks. I got some really good snacks. I'm really happy about these snacks. I got a lot of grains. Over here, we got some molasses bread with molasses on it, and then 3 cookies because I'm a child. I'm eating simultaneously like an old man and like a 3-year-old. I love this bread. This is such good bread. Um, Legit, message in our DMs about the bread, and I'll tell you about the bread because this bread is phenomenal bread. I made Dorg buy a loaf of it. It's phenomenal bread from a local baker. And I'm not really a molasses lover, but oh my god, with this bread, it's so good. Everything just works with this good. Little Inch, I know you have, but the molasses flood in Boston, I think it was. I might be getting that wrong. Um, what a weird story. Handmade? What does handmade milk? Yeah. If you ever get bored, look into the molasses flood of 1914. I love bread. Bread is so good. I didn't want to assume that's what you did, but I assumed that's what you did. My God. This is good. I put a little too much molasses on it. Like probably about I feel like 30% less molasses would have been perfect. I'm gonna eat 1 cookie, and then we're gonna start the dungeon. And then at some point that bread is gonna be too good looking for me to stop. And I'm gonna eat that bread. And everything will be great. God, food is so good. I love food. Potatoes and molasses, man? Let me finish chewing. Okay, I've consumed. I heard a story on the podcast called Distractables about the penis man. And I gotta say, I am a fan of his work. He got arrested by a 25-man SWAT team with silenced rifles pointed at his face. The new one from yesterday. Yeah. Um, you should. So the penis man was a graffiti artist, and they caught him with a 25-man SWAT team with silenced alarmed rifles. Um, which is terrifying. And then when they were like interrogating him, he's like, "I am not the Penis Man. I am merely a disciple of the Penis Man. There are multiple." And so now, oh, I don't. It wasn't Florida. You would expect it to be Florida. It wasn't Florida, but there are multiple Penis Men running around. Wow, I made it one room, and already that bread is like, eat the bread. So I'm gonna eat the bread. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta eat the bread. I gotta eat the bread. There's too much molasses on this side of the bread, and I didn't bring a knife. Look at that. That's poor molasses spreading, Clum. Yeah, just look up Penis Man. Maybe we'll save search on. Let's do that right now while I eat bread. Most of my content is stolen. Let's steal more. Penis Man. Arizona Penis Man claims there are more. Let's read this article. Many believe that the infamous Penis Man graffiti artist who tagged dozens of spots in Arizona was brought to heavy-handed justice. But containing the spirit of Penis Man will be much harder than anyone would have expected. Uh, Dustin Schumer posted on Facebook Saturday morning that he was arrested in his Phoenix condo by a SWAT team. They raided my condo and vehicle and swarmed my entire complex in West Phoenix with 25 heavily armed SWAT officers and pointed a silenced assault rifle in my face. He was booked on 16 counts of aggravated criminal damage, 8 counts of criminal damage, and 1 count of criminal trespassing, all related incidents where he spray painted Penis Man on various buildings and objects. But is Shroomer the Penis Man? The one that's been tagging spots across the strait for 2 months and captioned nationwide attention? Shroomer says no, he's just a follower who did a few of the taggings. I'm not the original. There are hundreds of copycats with very distinctively different handwritings. And then, after he got arrested, somebody else tagged Penis Man somewhere. They just write Penis Man. That's all they do. And honestly, I think that's hilarious. I am not a graffiti man. Oh no. I have spilled molasses on my finger. You can get spray chalk though. Oh no, more molasses has spilled onto my finger. And the temptation to get like a spray chalk and spray chalk a building of Penis Man is real tempting. An alarming amount of molasses has entered my hand. I got distracted talking about Penis Man. Oh, that comes off quite easily. There we go. I am Molasses Man. Molasses Man. Okay. Oh, shucks. I have come prepared for the bonus reason as to why we are playing the cubed version. We're playing with the Mother Huggin' Tingle Tuner. I've never played with the Tingle Tuner, but I have the technology, and I demand Tingle in my life. How does this work? Plugs in there. Wow. Open. Why did that never click in? Like, I'm so mad. I changed the case on this Game Boy myself, and it doesn't function 100%. The Tingle Tuner is in front of me. Would you like to call Tingle? Yes. Now calling Tingle. Do it. Yes. Yes. I have never... Hello, come in. Are you there? Mr. Fairy is in Dragon Roost Cavern, is he not? I can buy bombs for... Oh my god. Can I, like, skip part of the dungeon with this? This is fascinating to me. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Sorry, sir, but I can't let you use Tingle's bombs here. Don't worry, Tingle's looking out for your back. Oh, it won't let me use bombs. Oh! He let me bomb that. He charges me 10 rupees for a bomb. I'm learning the ways of the Tingle. Anyway, he won't let me cheat, so let's go this way. Can't go that way. Let's go this way. Hi? What? Is it just showing me where my cursor is? Oh! I'm fascinated by this Tingle Tuner. Please wait. He's like commenting on the game. This is awesome. You can't jump across here, he says. Sure, you're supposed to actually, do the proper way for that, but no. I'm a gamer. Wow. It even shows enemies on my Game Boy. This is really cool. I wish I could, like, adequately... I'm sorry, I'm eating a cookie. I wish I could adequately show the Game Boy. It's for, like, pseudo co-op. Honestly, I hate to admit how tempted I am that once streams pick up and I eventually upgrade my capture card, I hate to say how tempted I am to buy a second GameCube just so I can stream games that require, or games that use the Game Boy player, like Four Swords and this. I'm almost out of snack. Yeah, this is a really fun feature. I've never actually used it. I've seen it, but like there's something just different about using it yourself. I did my best. There we go. Ah! Cool. Seems to be something written under that skull. It looks like my life will end in this heat. I shall leave one last message here. I wish so that I had my tiny rupee. Where did I leave it? It was a blue room. That's all it says. He's like yelling at me. He's like, you can't jump across here. I feel like my comedy has, or my commentary has gone way down. But I cannot express how interested I am in the Tingle Tuner. Perish. And also, I was honestly, like, I went in here prepared to talk about Sword Art Online, and that ended way sooner than I thought it would. Thank you. We're just gonna finish this dungeon and then head out. The suspension bridge is kind of unsteady. If it gets cut, we'll fall. Be careful. Didn't get cut. I want him to come up and say, I told you. He didn't. Oh! Well, that was unnecessarily brutal. Silence stinks of bird. Maybe we should tell the owner that somebody's stinky. That's just mean, Tingle. Alright. Watch out for lava. Oh, hey, a bird. He's dead. I know of somebody who was able to cross this with a single jump. Is it Mario? I also know of people who fell. What do you want to do, Mr. Fairy? Oh, Siddle. Mr. Fairy, you look so proud. No, Link. I can also let you cross using my tingle balloons. There are balloons? Poor fairy needs to be careful not to fall. There are tingle balloons? What are the tingle balloons? That's great. I'm aware of where he is. Oh, sorry, I'm moving the thing now. I wanted to like actually go into the tingle shop because I thought I could buy things from him. What if I press... No, I don't go that way. I go through this door. I already went through there. Okay. There's a hole in the middle at the very tippy top. Thank you, Mr. Tingle. Cool. Rat! Have you anything to say about the rats, Mr. Tingle? Oh, okay. Please silence yourself. Fine. Link, have you seen any filthy thieving rats? I know they are annoying, but keep your wits about you. They're only rats. If you spread bait near their nests, they may share their store of treasure with you. Why don't you try it? Because I don't want to. I don't need treasure. I love the amount of just noises Tingle's making. Oh, heckle. Stupid rat. Made me miss. Oh, he's making noises because I'm near a treasure chest. I know I'm near a treasure chest, sir. There. Do the noises pick up on mic? Because if not, I will turn up the volume. I'll do it. Hey, compass. There's another chest. It has a key. Right. Into this door. I don't like the roll momentum. Meh. Well, you're in luck. Okay, bye. Oh, he did drop treasure. Miss Fairy, there are remains of something written in the dirt. Will this be the last time I ever look upon the sun? The attack by the cargo rock caused more damage than I thought. Ah, these jets of steam. If I could only escape like this volcanic gas. There were jets in that room, too. Hopefully the jets and the magical jar don't lead anyone to my treasure. Looks like it was written with a feather quill. I'm invested in this Tingle story. It's pitch dark in here. Light a fire and take it with you. Did I win? I did now. Ba ba da ba. And somebody dropped one of these. What do you give? Just dollars. I'm full. I need to bring the torch. Who exactly is Tingle? Tingle is a 35-year-old man who believes himself to be a fairy. He is disappointed that he has not had his fairy come to him, and he just wants nothing more than to be a fairy. He thinks Link is a fairy, which is why he's helping us. Also, no, you are not the only one creeped out by him. 90% of the Western audience is creeped out by him. That's why he hasn't appeared in a new game since Wind Waker. This was his last appearance in a mainline Zelda game. His armor appeared in Breath of the Wild, part of the DLC, and an almost Tingle appeared in Twilight Princess. We like the armor almost Tingle. Mr. Fairy, don't climb on the table with your shoes on! He's yelling at me! Young people these days have no manners. That's amazing. If Tingle's in Breath of the Wild too, I'd be happy. Give me the boy. He truly did. I will not respond to him. I vow silence. I had so much bread, and I'm still hungry. I don't know what this item is, but it's apparently special. It was not that special. Come on. Now I gotta kill all the Bokubals. Nice. I've spent the majority of the stream sitting in a chair. I love the pot warriors. I don't know why they exist, but they do, and they make me chuckle. Ding. Went the dollar that I don't need. If I... The temptation to bomb myself. Just to see what it do. Oh, perfect time for bomb. Oh, Magtail. His weakness is water. Attack him while he's curled up into a ball. Yeah, he didn't care at all about the bomb. Bombs are overrated. My sword was way more effective there. Ah. That's more... I have gotten in the tragic habit of... I don't know if this is revealing too much about myself. Spooning a pillow to sleep. Like to the point where I almost have difficulty sleeping without it. Like, low-key regret starting it. It's hard to stop. You know, you get used to just having a pillow. You're like, yeah, this is nice. I like having a pillow. I have a bomb I've placed. Oh, God! See, but that's kind of fair. I just spoon a pillow. Angry baby. Ow! Ow! Squishmallow? What is a squishmallow? Aw. Just womboed that guy. I've got a big stick! Yeet! Hello, child. This is terrible. Some creature is doing awful things to the Great Valu's tail. That's why he's so angry. The Great Valu's tail hangs down into the room right below here. There's got to be something in there. Oh. Got to do something now, before it's too late. I'm going to tell everybody what's happening. Now, Link, use this to get out of here. It's what I used to get this far. It's a device we Rito used before we involved wings. It's a grapple hook. Why is it Y, Z, or X? Why not X, Y, or Z? I get that's the order they're in on the controller, but that bothers me. I am bothered by the Y, Z, X. Blunk. And now we have a grapple hook. Bum, 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 bum. It says my Game Boy's dying, but I had it plugged in for a very long time in preparation for this stream. I think my battery might finally be going on it. I've had it since, like... Getting the grapple hook means you are getting close to that darling girl medley. You're a lucky duck. You can't hide your feelings from me. I have more to say. For starters, Mr. Fairy, you can't forget that you're pretty puny. I swear, you and Komali, you don't kids know about the limitations these days? It's pitiful. You all need to wake up. Bro, calm down. I kinda love him. Like, I already liked Tingle. This is making me like Tingle more. Being constantly roasted by Tingle for standing on a table. Peak content. Tingle isn't... How did you... I just walked in. Oh! He was the test to see if I was a good boy. I have not been proven innocent this day. I have chosen murder. Oops. Ah. Joy pendant. How did I lose $1? Oh, I still haven't gained all my money back from when I wasted like $30 fighting a worm. Tingle was also caged, so he understands how the little bird must feel. Tingle, are you okay? Can you see him? No, he is buried back there. On that shelf behind me, there is a plush Tingle. He exists, and he's great. Yo, be careful, Lonk. Lonk from Pennsylvania. Alright. Whoops, sorry. Check your Game Boy Advance. No, I don't think I will. Do me a favor. Don't kill me. Thank you. Oh! Okay, bye. He had to bot me once and then leave. Okay. This is the room that makes you want the Tingle Tuner. Check. Mr. Ferret, try using a Tingle Bomb here. The only way to know about this is to use the Tingle Bomb, which isn't available in the Wii U version. You're just supposed to Google it and know to use bombs here. The Dragon Tingle statue. It'll be waiting for me. Oh, Link, you found it. Why, this is the Dragon Tingle statue. My younger brother Knuckle made it for me. I'm in what's called the Courage stance. By the way, there are 4 left. Please look for them on other islands. I'm gonna sneeze. That one hurt. Alright. So yeah, that's why I got the Tingle Tuner out. Thank you. You can absolutely do that without without the Tingle Tuner. You just need to know to bomb that area. If you'll notice, I don't have bombs. I don't know when you get bombs. Honestly, I thought you got bombs in this dungeon, but seeing as I don't have bombs yet, I'm gonna assume you actually don't get bombs in this dungeon. Now, Tingle... Oh, I can Seagull pen uses this to mark your sea chart. It also points to your destination. And that is a free item. Hold on, I want to... Shucks, I can't. Tingle Bomb. Tingle Balloon. Your body will float on air. Move about in the air for 5 seconds. Tingle Shield. Look out, sir. Enemies attack. A lovely spirit will shield you for 10 seconds. Red Ting. This energizes you when you're feeling tired. Refills hearts regularly. Red Guidebook. A how-to Tingle Tuner book. Use this book to learn about the land and the foes. Tingle Watch. I can tell what time it is right now, sir. What time is it? Didn't do it. Anyway, we're gonna fight this lad. Oh, that's an insta-kill. Whoops, I don't actually want to kill the guy. Come this way. Coward. I didn't want to do that. I was trying to backflip out of the way. Come on, coward. Lift the bug. Drop the bug. Open the chest. Bing, 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 bong. I think I will. How many rooms are left? There's a chest up there that I can grab. That's it. Yeah, so we'll finish this dungeon. Is there an exit here? No, I just have to go back the way I came. Poor heckin' design. Bye, dollar. Hope you find your dad. Say what you will about the Elf movie. Bye, buddy, hope you find your dad is the quotable line to end quotable lines. That is one line my sister and I will always quote at each other. Especially the way the narwhal says it. Bye, buddy, hope you find your dad. It's a good line. I should rewatch Elf. I haven't rewatched it in a long while. Everybody perish. Shush. Because it's, yikes, it's over. Yeah, of course it's overplayed. This does not feel right. This is the way to go. Brr, cringe. At the 3-hour mark, so add soon. Yeah. Ow! Oh, give me health. I want to go over there. This can't seriously be... This seriously is like a one-way... I just gotta go back. That sucks. Be gone, you gremlin bats. Oh. What's everybody's favorite Christmas movie? I'm gonna ask that in September. This is not September. Why did I think it was September? Claws on Netflix. Neat. Don't touch me. Okay. Stop motion ones are iconic, of course, so Rudolph is up there. True. This feels wrong. I do not remember having to backtrack this far. Like, I genuinely feel like I'm doing something horribly wrong. Oh, excuse me? Across the bridge if you did it wrong, when I find out you did it wrong. Well, I guess this is the boss. I gotta hop in this. Hey guys. Bye guys. I have read that already, Tingle. Thank you. We. This is what I came back for. What is it? Treasure chart? Treasure chart. Treasure chart. Wow, I'm so good at this game. Ooh, wah. Ooh, wah, ooh, wah. Heyo, health checkpoint. We're sleepy. Actually, legit. I think I'm gonna end the stream here. Before the boss. And I only say that because of this dialogue speed. I don't want to have to sit through the dialogue speed. Just so I can save and go to bed. So, we're gonna just end the stream now. We'll pick back up next time we play Wind Waker. We'll beat the boss. Honestly, there's a slim chance next time I play this, we'll be at this point in the Wii U version. Because it has faster text speed. Who knows? I'll run a poll. Let's see what you guys want me to do. Anyway, let's hear the lovely, lovely... Oh yeah, sorry, Tingle. Give me that lovely menu music. Thank you for coming to my review of Sword Art Online. Tingle versus faster text. That is the dilemma that we have. Wii U doesn't have Tingle. Oh, boy. Goodness, I'm sorry. That's like key number one. Go to bed. So thank you all for tuning in to Wind Waker. Thank you all for tuning into my review of Sword Art Online. Tingle is the clear winner, obviously, yeah. But, yeah. I'm gonna go to bed now. Bye, everybody.